everyone. In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how we can create a multi-level list inside of Microsoft Word and also explain the concept of indentation. So let's get started. Firstly, in order to do so, I've already pasted some content over here, which is an example of a multi-level list, which we will try to go ahead and create. So over here, you will see that I have created a multi-level list. This is an image and this is basically a multi-level list of the states and the cities and the localities inside of India. So these are the two states, and what you'll notice over here is that the states are marked in green, and this is the same list that has been copied over here. And just to demarcate as to what is the state, which is the city, and which is the locality. So this is your state number 1 and this is state number 2, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And within state 1, you have two cities, which is Chennai and Coimbatore, that we have listed over here as city 1 and city 2. Within Chennai, you have two localities, which is T Nagar and Velachery, and within Coimbatore, you have one locality, which is Gandhipuram. Same way, for the state of Karnataka, we have two cities that we have listed, Bengaluru and Mysuru. And within Bengaluru, we have listed three localities. Within Mysore, we have listed two localities. Also, what you'll often notice with multi-level lists is that they're often represented in a hierarchical manner. So what we mean to say by that is that there is always going to be a parent list item, and then there'll be a child list item inside of that, and within the child there can also be another child, that is, this child can be the parent to another child as well. So we often notice a hierarchical representation of this, which means that within a multi-level list of states, cities and localities, we know that state is the parent element, which means that the cities and localities are present inside of the state. So it is represented with a little bit of left indentation, which means it starts from the left side of the margin. Now the next element of the hierarchy is a city. So the city is represented a little bit to the right, and the next element within a city is usually the locality, and the locality has been shifted a little more to the right. So we often notice with multi-level lists that the first level of the hierarchy is represented to the leftmost corner, the second level of the hierarchy is represented a little bit to the right, and then the third level is a little more to the right, and so on and so forth. And this concept of where the list item is present from the margin is called as indentation. And indentation is a way for us to convey the hierarchy inside a list. The leftmost element will be the level 1 of the hierarchy, and as you shift more and more towards the right, it becomes level 2, level 3 and so on. So let's go ahead and see how we can create the same multi-level list that we can see in this image in Microsoft Word. In order to do so, I've already gone ahead and pasted all the names of all the states, cities and localities over here, as you can see. Now we will need to apply a numbering to this, and in order to apply a numbering, we will have to first apply an indentation, because if we don't apply indentation, and if I just select the entire names of all the state, cities and localities, and we simply apply a numbering from here, as we have seen in the video on how to create lists, then what is going to happen is that this list will not really make any sense, because if I go ahead and apply just a simple numbering to this, then my numbers are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and so on up to 14, and there is just Tamil Nadu, Chennai, T Nagar, Velachery. In this list, I am not able to tell which is the state, which is the city and which is the locality within it, because there is no indentation and there is no numbering and there is no multi-level list here. So for lists which consist of a hierarchy to become more sensible, that is when we make use of the concept of a multi-level list. So in order to be able to give this a multi-level listing, I'm just going to go ahead and firstly remove the numbering that I've put on it. And now we need to understand the concept of indentation. So as we have seen over here, the first level of your multi-level list, or of the hierarchy of your multi-level list, will always be more towards the left of your margin, and the second level should be shifted a little to the right, and the third level should be shifted to a little more right than the second level as well, and so on. So firstly, where can you find this option of indentation inside of Microsoft Word? In order to find that, you will need to enter the home tab of Microsoft Word, and within the paragraph options, you will see something over here called as a decrease indent and increase indent. So your decrease indent is going to move the line to the left, and your increase indent will move it or indent it to the right. So in short, we can define indentation as where does your line begin with respect to the margin of the page. So if your line is beginning to the left and immediately after the margin, there is no indentation. If it is shifted a little bit to the right from the margin, then it means that there is an increased in indentation. And if it's shifted a little more, there is one more level of indentation. So these are called as levels of indentation. So For the first level, which is the first level of of our hierarchy over here, which is the state, we don't need to give any indentation because it is the first level. So I'm not going to apply any indentation over here. Now we know that Chennai and Coimbatore are the cities inside of the state Tamil Nadu. So they are the second level of our hierarchy. So in order to convey to Microsoft Word that this is the second level of my multi-level list, I need to apply an indentation over here. So over here I have decrease indentation and increase indentation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the right indentation or increase indentation option for Chennai, and I'm going to do the same thing for Coimbatore. So this is me conveying to Microsoft Word that Chennai and Coimbatore are the level 2 elements of the list, and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are the level 1 elements of the list. So same way I'm also going to move the two cities Bengaluru and Mysuru to the right by one indentation. And this is when I do it one time, when I do the right indentation or increase indentation just once, it is called as a single indentation. Now if I do it two times, it is called as double indentation, three times is triple indentation, and I will do it so on and so forth depending upon the hierarchy. Now Chennai, Coimbatore, Bengaluru and Mysuru, these are the cities inside of the respective states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, so they are the level 2 elements. Similarly, T Nagar and Velachery and Gandhipuram are the level 3 elements. These two, T Nagar and Velachery, are localities inside of the city of Chennai, and the city of Chennai is present inside of the state of Tamil Nadu. So T Nagar and Velachery are the level 3 elements. So I'm going to give it a double indentation because for the level 1 element I gave no indentation. For level 2 element, I gave a single indentation. So for level 3 elements, I'm going to go ahead and give a double indentation, which means I have to click on this button two times. Same way for Velachery, I'm going to go ahead and click on the button two times. So I've given a double indentation. Same way for Gandhipuram, I'm going to go click it two times. That is a double indentation. Similarly, Whitefield, Indiranagar and Jayanagar, I will go ahead and select the all three at a time and give them a right indentation by two times, and same way these two are also going to be right indented by two times. Now even without giving any numbering to this list, it is very human understandable by just looking at it that Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are like the parent elements over here, and Chennai, Coimbatore fall within the Tamil Nadu and they are the second level elements of the list. Bengaluru, Mysuru are the second level elements and they belong to Karnataka. And T Nagar, Velachery are the level 3 elements, and so on. Now that we have applied the indentation, this is able to convey to us a hierarchy even without the numbering, but this also conveys a hierarchy to Microsoft Word as well for us to be able to go ahead and apply the multi-level list. So right now what is going to happen is I can go ahead and now select the entire list that I have created, and I can go to this option called as multi-level list, and I have a drop down next to it wherein I can choose from the different options that are available for creating a multi-level list. Basically they're just different ways of representing the multi-level list. This one just consists of 1.1, 1.2, as we can see in this image. That is what's going to come if we use this. There's also an alphabet option, that is the level 1 element is represented by a number, level 2 is represented by an alphabet, level 3 is represented by a Roman numeral. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose probably this option, and we will notice that our multi-level list has been created as this is the level 1, level 2, and this is level 3. So also, one thing to note over here is that when you're trying to create a multi-level list, if by any chance the indentation is misplaced, then you can go ahead and just fix the indentation after applying the multi-level list. What I mean to say is that if I click on the drop down and let's say select this option, then I can notice over here that the indentation is a bit misplaced because after 1, I need to get only 1.1. This needs to be a 2 level numbering, and this needs to be a 3 level numbering, but this has become a 3 level and this has become a 4 level numbering. So the indentation is a bit misplaced. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my cursor and decrease the indentation by 1 unit, because this is supposed to be only 1.1, but right now it is showing me a 3 level indentation over here. So all I'm going to do is keep my cursor over here and reduce the indentation by 1, then it takes it back to 1.1. Similarly, these two as well, this has become a 5th level hierarchy instead of the third level hierarchy. How do we understand that? Is there are 5 digits over here. So instead of being a third level hierarchy, so I'm just going to reduce the indentation 2 times to bring it back to a third level hierarchy. Same way over here, has to be a third level of the hierarchy element, and I'm going to reduce these two elements again by 1 unit because they're second levels, and this is a third level, so reduce it by 2, and this as well reduce it by 2. So if there's any issue with your numbering after you apply your multi-level list, then you can just go ahead and fix the indentation based on your knowledge of which is the level 1 of the hierarchy, level 2 and level 3. Also, another way to do this would be just to select the whole thing and give it a general numbering, which is coming to this option over here, and give it a list from here. And then you can go ahead and just update the indentation for the locations that you know. For example, I know Chennai has to be a level 2 element, so I give it a single indentation over here. Coimbatore as well is a single indentation. I can select these two and give it a double indentation because they're level 3 elements. And if I want to just change the style as well, I can select this drop down and probably select 1.1.1, so everything gets updated in this manner. Same way I can give Bengaluru a single indentation because it is a level 2 element, and Mysuru as well a single indentation. I can give these three elements a double indentation and these two elements as well a double indentation for level 3 elements. Now the last way of doing it is also to type it out if you already know the numbering. The way to type it out would be to just place your cursor and type a number which is 1 with a full stop, because that is how Microsoft Word understands that this is a list when you consist of a number with a dot. So when I hit the spacebar right now, Microsoft Word has already started numbering this, so I can just go ahead and type my state's name right now, which is Tamil Nadu. And when I now click on the enter button, this is automatically going to continue the numbering with 2, but I don't want it to be 2. So after I click on enter and now it's 2, I hit the backspace on my keyboard. After hitting the backspace, now I can type 1.1 dot and a dot and give a space bar, and this has started my level 2 of the listing. So within that, I know that it is Chennai, so I'm going to type that. When I hit on enter now, it's going to continue the level 2 listing right now, but I know that the next element that is going to come over here is a level 3 element, so I'm going to hit the backspace and I'm going to select 1.1.1 dot, and this is going to start my level 3 numbering. And I know that the locality is T Nagar, so I will click on enter and this starts my level 2 numbering right now. So I can go ahead and type Velachery because that is also a level 2 element. Now when I hit enter, it's going to give me another level 3 element, but I know that the next element is not level 3, so I'm just going to hit the backspace, and wherever I am, I'm just going to type 1.1.1.2 dot, and when I hit the space bar, Microsoft Word automatically recognizes that 1.2 is a level 2 element, so it indents it to the left on its own. So I can go ahead and type Coimbatore over here, and I know that the next element is a level 3 element, so I will just hit on 1.2.1 dot, and it's going to recognize it as a level 3 element on its own. Similarly, I can continue the list. So in this manner, you can also go ahead and type out your list with the numbering, or you can just type out the list without any numbering, apply some indentation to it, and then apply the multi-level list, and if needed, fix the indentation if it's misplaced by any chance. So yeah, that's how you create a multi-level list inside of Microsoft Word. Go ahead and try this out and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and I'll try and help you out. And until then, thank you so much for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.